Hi and welcome back to my garage. Today we're going to take a look at my Magicycle over here and we're going to add something fun to it. Okay, so today's accessory, we're going to add a basket right up here in the front where these 4 bolts are. Let's take a look at the basket and what all you get when you purchase it. This is the basket. It's a round steel frame, has a nice wood bottom in it. Comes with, it looks like, some additional cable ties, a wire extender, and the bolts with, they already had a thread locker on them to hold them in place. Okay, it came with 4 new bolts to install, but the Magicycle already has 4 bolts in place, so we're gonna remove those. The tool you need to remove those is, let's take a look what size we pulled. A 4mm. So you need a 4mm hex or Allen wrench to remove those 4 screws. Let's take those out. I've removed the 4 bolts. They're exactly the same as the 4 bolts that come with the new basket. What I'm going to do is use the new bolts because they have a brand new set of Loctite on the bolts. This is going to line up here. You can see the bolt holes down here. They will line up with the bolt holes on the front of the bike. Just bolt it on there. Before we do that though, there is a tab at the front of the basket. That looks like we can move our light and reflector out front if we want to, and I think I want to. It comes with that extension wire, so let's go ahead and remove the light and prepare to do that. So I'm just going to pull the screw out here at the front to take the light and reflector because I want to leave this other bolt in place here as it also holds up your front fender. So that way if I ever want to return this, I won't have to go looking for the bracket. It'll already be there and I can just move the light back. That extension wire, you just want to unplug this connection that goes to your light and add the extension wire in there. So it takes a pretty good tug, but there's no need to twist. You just pull these connectors straight across and that's how they come apart. The perfect tools for removing this front light are the ones that come in your Magicycle tool bag. Screwdriver and the 8mm end of the wrench. So here's the tab on the front of the basket. The basket came with new bolt, washers, and a nut. Okay, so let's take these lights, the reflector. You can see this is offset to one side. Put it behind here. Take the new bolt with the washer in place. Give it a slide it right through the mounting bracket on the basket, all the way through the light and reflector. Add a small washer on the other side, along with the nut. This is one of those nylock nuts that are self-locking, and we'll tighten that all up. Next, let's take this extension cable and go ahead and add it to the light. There's little grooves in the end to line this up. There's a male and a female end, so it's easy to tell how they go together. Line those up and push it together. It should snap together completely. The other end's going to plug back in at the bike. Finally, we're going to mount the basket. Again, it mounts in these 4 bolt mounting spots. Go ahead and put a bolt in place. Get your Allen wrench, hex wrench up here, and just start one of those bolts in. Before I did this, I went ahead and put my bolt back on the old bracket below and tightened it up just so I'd know where it was at if I ever wanted to remove the basket and move the light back down there. So these do have thread locker on them. It'll take a little bit of strength to tighten them in place. First off, get them all 4 started. Don't tighten any one of them up completely until they're all started. Okay, just found one important step when tightening these up. Make sure that they're all loose, but they're all inserted almost completely. And then push this basket up to its highest position, or else you won't be able to get this wrench into the top bolts to tighten them down the last little bit. And with the basket secured in place, the light mounted on the front, we only have 2 more things left to do. Next, we'll take this cable, the extension cable, plug it in there, and then we'll take some of the cable ties that came with the package, and we'll actually cable tie this up against the bottom of the basket just to keep it secure and out of the way. And there it is with the cable underneath and with it cable tied up to the bottom of the basket. Now to get my plastic cable ties between the wood and the metal here, I had to actually go to the top and loosen these little Allen screws that are up here. We'll tighten those back up now and it'll be done. Next, with the bike powered on, you want to make sure that this headlight is working. You accomplish that by holding down on the plus sign for a few seconds and it turns on. Great, the light is working. And once the basket is in place, you can put anything you want into it. And you're ready to go on a ride.